I can appreciate Gaurav Bhatia's position because his job is to defend. But unfortunately, we are talking about actually it's not that whether it's Raja Bhaiya or someone, but there is a huge problem which we are facing in Uttar Pradesh, and those who belong to Uttar Pradesh must understand also. There is a law and order which is deteriorating. We all know about it. Law and order, if it is related
Gaurav,
to a robbery or theft or murder, it's a separate issue. But when the law and order is deteriorating, I'm making a very
Gaurav, please pay attention. The point is directly to you.
Law and order is deteriorating because of the caste and communal vote bank. It's a very serious, and trust me, it is sitting on a tinderbox where a section, a religious community, you can't file an FIR, and that's the instruction coming from the government to the Thana, that you can't file an FIR, and if you have to, please go to their house. It's a serious issue, and that is the reason what we are seeing. Sometimes police is unable to act, and sometimes the politicians in the government, they behave and they don't bother about law and order. I think that's where the address should be going from Akhilesh Yadav and others who really mean some good for the Uttar Pradesh.
Well, I think
if this continues,
there's also
a center box and it will explode.
There's also got to be some introspection by both the Samajwadi Party and the BSP, which hope to snatch a slice of the pie in Delhi one day very soon. Mr. Sudhindra, but it's all right to lecture others. The fact is that the 49-member Council of Ministers in May 2007 that Mayawati swore in had 22 of the 49 had criminal cases pending against them. What more proof do you need of your own hypocrisy? Mayawati denied a ticket to a 4-time MLA on charges of corruption against him, but in July 2002 she appoints the same man to head the BSP's Uttar Pradesh unit. You want me to give you more examples? Mr. Bhadoria, unfortunately,
on that, I tell you, there is yes.
Plead guilty.
On that, let me say this. There is criminalization of politics in this country. Let there be a serious radical electoral reforms. Let the government call a round table. If our party backs out, then you have the right to say this. But if we are seriously committed to electoral reforms, let the criminals be weeded out of political process. There is no denying that if this continues, our democracy is in peril. We are not denying that. But this
don't generalize it when it comes to you.
A single rule for the BSP and all the criminals of Uttar Pradesh,
Rita Bahuguna Joshi,
Samajwadi Party to...
Ms. Rita Bahuguna Joshi, yes please.
Look, it's very unfortunate. I've been listening to the debate. But though both these parties, whether it's the BSP or the SP, all their cadres, if you try to analyze them, they are full of people with criminal backgrounds. And they are always sheltered and they're promoted within the party system. They're given a lot of important positions to run the government. And besides that, if you go to the districts now, why do you think that crime has escalated so much? Because they give their cadres free hand to go and do whatever they like, whether it is legal or illegal. So I'm very, very rightly, as you said, the BSP has no face to talk, nor does the Samajwadi Party now. And I still feel Gaurav is defending very strongly, obviously. He's a party functionary. But the question remains that the perception in the state is women are not safe, people are not safe, and now even the police cadres are not safe.
Why is your central unit silent? If this incident had happened, for example, in Gujarat, you would have gone hammer and tongs, Rita Bahuguna Joshi. You would have gone hammer and tongs. Today, one minute, allow me to complete. Today it happens in UP and your party says, we think your young chief minister will do what he has to. How come you're so generous to the young chief minister in this case?
Please listen. Today the House proceedings were stalled by the Congress party. It was for 1.5 hours.
I am talking about Delhi. What in Delhi?
It was on our insistence.
What did you do in Delhi?
It was on our insistence that this was debated in the House.
No.
And we are speaking very, very openly.
At the national level, no.
I mean, it is a state issue.
No, it's not true.
It is a state issue. And
Siddharth Nath Singh.
After we are also leaders. So how can you say?
I'm not saying the BJP is completely innocent, but the fact is Rita Bahuguna Joshi, that your party is being totally soft on Mulayam because you need his support in Delhi, so you make a little noise in Lucknow, but you won't do beyond that. Your leaders in Delhi will say absolutely nothing. Siddharth Nath Singh, your view, please.
We attack when public issues come up.
We are accused number of times, and our states is accused for the communal violence and all. And it has appeared in number of debates and otherwise also. But Rita ji is also coming from Uttar Pradesh. But there are more than 50 to 60 serious communal violences incidents which has happened in Uttar Pradesh, and it happened in Allahabad, it happened in Raebareli, Kosi Kalan. There are a number of it, and we can keep repeating them. Now we do know why this communal violence is happening there, but we don't hear the center pointing any fingers or saying that we are sending a team.
What are you saying to the Congress?
This needs to be corrected.
What are you saying to the Congress? Say it directly.
Well, I'm telling you, you cannot have a...
Say it directly to Ms. Joshi.
I'm saying to them, you cannot...
Ms. Joshi, listen to him, I'll come back to you.
You cannot have a double standard. You cannot have a double standard on communal violence. You must reject it outrightly and take action. And be an active political activist to say to Samajwadi Party, yeah, here it is, and you are promoting communalism in Uttar Pradesh.
Ms. Joshi.
We have always stood up against fundamentalism, and this fundamentalism, whether it comes from the BJP or from elsewhere, we have always fought against it.
No, Ms. Joshi, the charge is very direct. Ms. Joshi, the charge is direct.
I have a direct question from her.
Please don't talk like this.
It's a very direct question.
Okay.
Congress will never support.
Second question.
Will never support any kind of rising
There's a second
or
question.
Any kind of
second question from the BJP to you. Go ahead.
Stand up against it.
Second question.
Arnab, my question is very straight to Congress. Samajwadi Party is, well, they are in the government. Things are happening. There is a communal violence. There is a law and order because of communal violence. Let me be honest. And if you want, I don't wish to, but if you want, I can give you the examples also. But it is the duty of the center that it cannot play because they need their support and run the parliament. Democracy cannot be run on that basis. They must act on it and control the Uttar Pradesh, which is sitting on it's just like a matchbox. It can explode any time, and things will really go out of control.
Why don't you ask for 356 in Uttar Pradesh? You ask for 356 every second day in Bengal after Mamata Banerjee withdrew support from you. Is your response to law and order situations also a political response, Rita Bahuguna Joshi? It's fairly direct, that one.
Well, look, it's going to be 1 year of this government. We have given them a lot of space to function, to act, and to give good governance. On every issue now, we are coming up against the government. In the House, you see, we have had general motions. We have walked out. We have come to the streets. It's not like that we are not fighting against them. But we do not need to speak on every issue. And the question, as you said, is that they have a thumping majority of 226 seats in the House. The people have reposed confidence in them. So we have to give them at least 1 year before we start attacking them.
So what?
Now,
okay, Sudhindra Bhadoria is coming in. Mr. Bhadoria, please.
Ask for three. See, they can use 356 against the Nambudri Path government. They can ask for 356 in West Bengal. Why should they not do this? There are 7,000 cases, 4,000 of murder, 3,000 of rape have taken place in Uttar Pradesh. A dozen places are there where communal riots have taken place. The Shahi Imam of Delhi says that no minority person is safe in Uttar Pradesh. I don't see that you need more reason to use now 356. Therefore, we should ask for a governor's rule in Uttar Pradesh, which Mayawati has asked for.
With all your misgovernance, we allowed you full 3 years to correct yourselves. What kind of governance did you give to this?
No, but what kind of rule is that?
What are you talking?
Emotion that you are talking now. No. But we gave you full 2 to 3 years to correct yourself.
EMS Nambudri Path government. Why did you dismiss EMS Nambudri Path government?
The question. when that moment comes, we will demand it. But we are not.
No, but
like
that
you.
moment will not come till the next general elections. It's a very convenient relationship.
Don't divert.
No. One second.
Don't divert the issue.
I am not diverting, ma'am. The question is
the law and order situation in UP.
The question is
your regime was as bad as
you
this
convinced
one.
that you
That was Jungle Raj. This is an equally bad Jungle Raj.
You convinced.
And you're going to speak against both of you. You cannot give governance to the state. You couldn't give. The SP is unable to give. We had hopes from the Chief Minister, who is young, who was well-meaning in the initially.
Miss Joshi, today a significant event has happened. Today a significant event has happened.
Yeah.
There are 3 bullet wounds on this Deputy Superintendent of Police, ma'am. Let me tell you. There is one in the chest. There is one in either leg. There are 4 anti-mortem injuries on both hands and at the back of the head. This seems he was specifically targeted. He was not a prey to mob frenzy, ma'am. He was targeted and killed in your state. And you say we will give them more time. The same man will come back to the cabinet. You will still say we will give the Samajwadi Party more time.
I have clearly told you, we are watching how this government works on this incident. And if we find that they're not fair, if we see that they are again trying to shelter those who are culprits to this heinous crime, that he was a student of my department in Allahabad University. I have known and seen he was a very upright officer. And that is why the party is highly agitated, because he was a very good officer. He was bold, he was unfearing. And you see the House, today the proceedings were stalled by us, not by the Bahujan Samaj Party. But I'm still saying we will watch this government on this case and see how it proceeds. So obviously,
Siddharth Nath Singh, last response.
The eyes of the entire nation is on this case.
I'm not really here to corner Congress, but since Rita ji has been speaking so much of what the Congress has done, let me ask a question. It doesn't relate the SP. It doesn't relate a government now or the political party in governance. It relates to the government before. That is BSP. Why is CBI bent upon to make a closure on the NHRM case and saying that Dr. Sachan was a suicide case?
What are you suggesting?
Now, what is that the CBI is playing? The question is that the CBI is being still used by the Congress because you want to extract the vote of Samajwadi Party and the BSP. There are numerous cases which are now coming in force.
Should we then
maybe Rita Bahuguna ji can speak about a government which is not in power now?
CBI is an independent body. CBI is an independent body. You also belong in the national government.
Let's not get it.
Then presume that you have an experience of exploiting the CBI. You were there for 7 years. What did you do? You see, you have to trust the highest investigating agency in the country. They are independent. We never interfere with it. You've been in the national government for 7 years. Should I presume that you've been misusing that?
No, the question is very simple. The question is simple. A question.
We are diverting this debate from the main issue, I think.
No. Why diverting, Sudhin?
The question is the breakdown of law and order in Uttar Pradesh.
The deceased wife has asked for a CBI inquiry. If the deceased wife has trust in the CBI, why should anybody else distrust them? The wife has asked for a CBI inquiry.
The reason we have said all this is because there is no trust in the CBI. We should be looking at a judicial, monitored by a High Court, Allahabad High Court or a Lucknow bench or somebody. This should be a monitored inquiry. Otherwise, the truth is not going to. And what has happened in the RS Pandey case or in the NHRM case, this will be the same case and the fate will be similar.
1 minute, just at the very end, I want to recap this story for our viewers. This is the biggest news story of the last 24 hours. A deputy superintendent of police who was on duty has been hunted down, lynched and killed, allegedly on the instructions of a minister who is extremely close to Akhilesh Yadav. The buzz in Lucknow is Akhilesh Yadav wants to bury the story and then bring the minister back in some time. I put this question to everyone watching the News Hour tonight. Will you be satisfied with such a cover-up? Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me on debate number 1.